Hi, my name's Kim. I'm a licensed and nationally certified Chinese medical provider, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about technology to help you find the right weight for you and your right health journey. There's a lot of technology out there. The thing is I want to use technology for me. I don't want to use technology based on whatever the marketing hype is. I'm tired of corporations telling me who I want to be, how I should look, what I want to own. I'm going to show you how to use technology to help you get around the corporate marketing, because, you know, corporate marketing, it isn't there to help us. It's there to tell us what we should think, tell us what we should buy, tell us what we should want. Well, how do you get around that? I'm going to show you how to do that so that you can identify what you need, what's good for you, and what you want to buy, especially when it comes to food. You ready to get started? Let's go. What's the number one stigma which corporate America sells to us every day? It's weight, right? And yeah, we're probably the heaviest people on the globe, but there's a reason for that. And we're going to get into that reason in just a minute here. You know, I was watching a TikTok from one of my good friends, Rebecca Johns, and she has The Godly Woman. Her TikTok was hilarious because she starts out with, I don't know when we're going to clean up our act.
Look, I don't know when this world is going to clean up its act.
And you know what? I don't either. We live in a country that has allowed corporations to deliver some of the most toxic foods directly to your family's dinner table. And do you know what that does to you? As you age, it's the leading cause of weight gain. So let's take the stigma off of weight, but let's use our weight to understand when industry is delivering foods that are super toxic for us. How are you going to do that? Well, one of the first things of understanding when they're harming you is actually understanding how food impacts your weight. And it takes food about 18 hours to get through our body. So if food is causing a lot of inflammation in your body, you're going to gain that bloaty weight. You know what I'm talking about, because over the last 3 years, a lot of us have been walking around with a little bit extra bloat, and it comes on really fast, right? I use Renpho weight scale to help me track my weight on a daily basis. And yeah, I track it on a daily basis because I want to understand when I had a sudden increase in weight. And do you know, like, if something's causing a lot of inflammation in your body, you can gain as much as a pound or more a day. So think about that. Over 7 days, that's 7 pounds. If you're wondering how you gained 10 pounds so quickly, that's how you did it. It's not that you gained weight, it's that you ate stuff that created so much inflammation in your body that you have all this bloated, poofy, not technically water, but inflammation weight. That's why I use a scale, and that's why I track it on a daily basis. I use the Renpho app because, you know, I can track it on my phone. I'm one of those people, I have my phone next to me all the time. I can track that on my phone, and I can get a clue when something I ate was really bad for me. I can also get a clue when something is really good for me, because you actually lose weight eating good foods. Now you know that you ate something that caused inflammation. How do I know what that was? Well, there's a second app that I use. I use a food tracking app, and the one that I'm using right now is My Net Diary. just maybe 6 years ago, a lot of these food tracking apps had to close their doors because they weren't getting the financial support that they needed to stay afloat. My Net Diary, it's still afloat. I actually have the annual subscription to support them because I'd like them to stay around. I track my food on a daily basis. Here's the thing, when I see that I gained weight overnight, I know that it's something that I ate probably in the last 18 hours, and I'm going to go back into my Net Diary and check it out and see what I ate. Now, this isn't 100%. It's not going to be foolproof, and especially if you're just starting out, because you're probably eating a lot of foods that cause inflammation. But you can look at that and you can get a general idea, and you can go, I'm going to try cutting this out. And so you start playing with your foods, you start cutting things out, and you start to identify what was causing your weight gain. Over time, it becomes pretty black and white. And over time, you can look and you can go, oh, I ate this for sure. That did it for me. And you know what? You're not showing this to anybody. So you don't have to worry about people going, oh, look here, this is why you're having a problem, because look what you're eating. I can tell you, this isn't about being perfect. It's not about being 100%. I was in the grocery store the other day. Actually, I was in Costco. Do you know what? They had a box of 20 Buenos on sale for $10. That's like 50 cents a piece. Now, I like Buenos, but I won't buy them because they're so bad for me. Except at 50 cents a piece. So of course I got myself that box of Buenos, and that's going to be my special treat, whenever I feel like it. I realize that that's not going to help me with inflammation and that, yet I don't have to be perfect. This is for me, right? It's not always easy finding creative solutions or even starting on our health and wellness journey. If that's you, then reach out to the office and schedule your free 15-minute consult to see if there's a way that I can help you with some of these really unique and creative solutions to get you on the path to wellness. What is the last app that I'm going to use? Well, we've done 2 apps, right? We've done 2 apps that start to identify that corporate America has been sending toxic food right to your dinner table. Now, maybe we want to nip it in the bud. Maybe we want to start before we put it on our dinner table. This is a cool app that one of my clients just turned me on to. And so I've been using it and I've been pretty impressed. It's been a lot of fun. It's really easy to use. It's called Yuka, I think is how they pronounce it, Yuka. You can download this to your phone and it just scans. You just have to scan the barcode and it will clearly identify if it's poor, if it's fair, if it's good, if it's excellent. It's 4, categories, easy for me to understand. And then you can also, if it says poor and you're like, why is that poor? You can swipe up and you can see what is causing that to be poor. And you can make a decision then too if you want to eat that or not. This app was pretty eye-opening for me because, protein bars, boy, has corporate America shilled that to us. Their marketing message has been that that's a healthy snack. Every one of the protein bars that I scanned in were horrible. And we just tried this one protein bar because look at the marketing, the packaging on this was awesome. And this was rated so poorly that it didn't even get a point. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, this app in and of itself, if you want to get around the marketing hype, if you want to get around and away from corporate America telling you what you should think, what you should want, what you should do, this is the app when it comes to food. So this app's been really helping me change what I'm purchasing. And here's the other thing. it's making me really aware of labels. I could never have done this on my own because there's a million things on those labels. It's really small, so it's hard to read anyways. And how do you differentiate one from another? You pick up one box, by the time you're at the second box, it's too complicated to differentiate. And it kind of cracks me up because corporate America wants it to be complicated. One of the things they've done is they lobbied that they did not have to explain a lot of the crud that they've put into it. Instead, you've got this cute little QR code that you can scan with your phone to see what's in their food. Well, now you don't have to do that. You can just scan it with this, and being that they're saying that they're not taking money from corporate America, it should be pretty black and white. It should be pretty fair. It should be pretty accurate information. This application will take donations. So I would suggest, if you could, give them a donation, give them a couple bucks. Now what I'm doing is every time I go into the grocery store, I'm using this app because it's so fast. And I just scan through and see what's identified as good for you. And I just start with that. So there it is. There's 3 apps that I'm using. I'm using an app to identify when I'm gaining weight, when I'm losing weight. Because the other thing is when you're eating better, you actually lose weight. So when you're eating foods that don't cause inflammation, you actually lose weight. So I'm using my scale to help me understand when I'm eating foods that is gaining weight and when I'm not. And that's when I can start to identify that there's foods that I might want to not eat anymore. So then I use a food app tracker that tracks my foods so I can really look and analyze what foods did I eat and start to pick out the ones that I think are causing that inflammation and test it out, stop eating them, start eating different things. And then the best app, the one that I really like, is this new app, which, it goes past the marketing. It shoots right past the marketing and the branding, and it goes to the core of you trying to find foods that are healthy for you. And I was in the grocery store, and a woman asked me, she had picked out something that was on the bad scale, and she asked me what I was doing. I told her, well, I'm just checking to see which ones of these are healthy. And she was so funny. She felt bad. I mean, she already looked exhausted. So, she's been eating foods that have not been supporting her. And she's doing the grocery shopping for her kids. She probably is doing a lot of the housework and working, and she's already feeling exhausted. And you could tell that she felt bad about what she was choosing. And then she said, well, this is for my family. And I thought that was the funniest thing for me to hear. And I didn't say anything because I'm like, wow, they must be really pissing you off right now, right? So I use this third app to help me just identify what really is better for you out there. Granted, I like the concept of clean eating, and I try to do whole foods all the time. Sometimes I don't want to, and how do I choose foods that are in a package? And the other thing is, this is to help you become the best you that you can be. It's not about helping you become, 100%, because it's hard to hold ourselves to these really strong limits. So this is just about helping you pick better for you, helping you understand what's going on in your body, helping you understand that maybe that bloating weight, it's not about you, it's about marketing, it's about corporate America shilling to us what we should think, what we should want to eat, what we should buy. And these 3 apps help you get around corporate marketing. Okay, until next time, I will catch you on the other side.